The following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Yeah, Perfect Plex Radio. We about to go live on him. Mike Knoxxx. That's with 3 X's cause he's hardcore. Are y'all ready? We about to give y'all something special. You ready? Let's go! At the money, now you're wrong, what you getting in? Perfect Plex Radio, got them listening. Mike Knoxxx, from Cena to The Rock, or whatever wrestler is hot. News and interviews, it's a one-stop shop. Matter of fact, let me give you more choices. You could call in and be the voice with the voiceless. So what you waiting on? Let's get it cracking. Let's talk wrestling, that's enough rapping. Perfect Plex Radio. Simply, we about to give y'all something special. You ready? Let's go!
Welcome back, everybody, to the Mike Knoxxx Show. Around the blocks with Mike Knoxxx, Perfect Plex Talk Radio, whatever you want to call it. Damn it, we've been all of them. So welcome to the show the pros and you, the intelligent wrestling fans, listen to. I am your host today, Mike Knoxxx, produced by Mike Knoxxx, hosted by Mike Knoxxx, starring Mike Knoxxx, written by Mike Knoxxx, wardrobe by Mike Knoxxx. Oh, wait, hold on. There's more. There's you, the people. Without you, I couldn't be here, guys. Make sure you guys still, who haven't done this by now, like, follow, subscribe. More importantly, share this shit to all them wrestling groups you're a part of, because they have that talk, but it's like wrestling right now. I just want to shoulder shrug it, right? So let's go into a show that's more entertaining. And also, it's not just you, the people, as I'm the $1 million host, and you're the $1 million audience, and we tag in and out, or better yet, for those who benefit of those with flash photography, 5-second pose for my producer that holds me down. Backstage, my Ayatollahs to the rock and rolls and the stars and quasars and all that shit. 301 King Von Jr. On the Twitter, the Victorious Ones podcast, always holding me down. That man has done a bid. What have you done for me lately? Let's go ahead and check into this program today, guys, because I want to talk about some different things, Vaughn. Right? Because I feel like wrestling's in a spot right now that, you know, it's wrestling right now. I mean, some people still love it, right? With all due respect, I mean, it wasn't the worst weekend in the world in wrestling. I mean, look at this. David beat Goliath and Ricky Saints beating Oba Finney. All that means to me, what everybody says when something like this happens, right? Oba must be on his way to the main roster, right? Because this was not supposed to happen, in my opinion, okay? But I digress. Wait, there's more. So not only was wrestling good this weekend because we got congratulations to Ricky Saints and what he's done. Also, you know, you wrestling fans, you guys keep it interesting. Vaughn, I know you've seen the pin botch heard around world. They got wrestling fans thongs up their arse, right? I mean, I just don't understand why wrestling fans continue to let this thing get to them. Why? Why do y'all do this, guys? Somebody tell me why. Why? Why do y'all still let things like this bother you so much? Why does this knock you off your pivot so much? Can somebody just share that with me? Right? Because a couple weeks ago, Vaughn, right, we had the situation where people were kind of mad that Naomi and Asuka, the match that it was, didn't kick out, right? And I said then, right, that it is all their faults, right? Referee, the wrestlers included. Why Nia Jax didn't get off the mat or raise her shoulder up, I don't know. Maybe she was winded. Maybe she was knocked out. Maybe she had an ovarian issue, you know, that caused her to just have momentarily not be there with us. I don't know. But hey, Ref Bay knew that was not the end, so Ref Bay pulled the 3 count. What do we do from that? I don't know. I know I'm not going to sit here and complain about it and bitch about it. It's wrestling, right? The show must go on. It's a live program. So That is what it is. What else happened this week in wrestling? Oh yeah. Before I show this, I guess because Facebook kind of blocked it, so I'm supposed to like fixed it. So I gotta say, I guess I have to run this clip on. I have to run this clip for those, that's not there.
Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Yeah. Perfect Plex Radio. We about to go live on them.
Look at her eye. My damn. 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 Oh yeah, girl. How your eye? I just need somebody to tell me. Look at her eyebrow. It's separated from her eyebrow. She's gonna need plastic surgery to fix this. We may not get Jade for a while. Look at that gash. This is absolutely disgusting. Get it off my screen, please. Today's show is dedicated, Vaughn, to wrestling fans. Wrestling fans that love wrestling. I want to have some dialogue with y'all today, if I can. Can I have some dialogue with y'all today? I want to talk about, things we never got a chance to see, right? Things we just never got a chance to see. One of those things being the Undertaker. Let me rephrase that. The American badass Undertaker and his brother Kane against the Outsiders. Something we never seen, right? Four of the biggest, roughest, toughest, over big men that we had in wrestling, right? That's out there. That's what's there right now. So when I look at this, I go, who could have won this match? Now, I reached out to friends and family, and I did some posting some places. Twitter, what's up with y'all not responding like y'all used to back in the day? Come on, get on your grind. Okay. And explain to me who would win this match. There's no right or wrong answer here either, by the way. It's just purely speculation, hyping up the situation, right? And then I also want to talk about who is today, Vaughn, not the best in the world in CM Punk, not the greatest of all time, Jonathan Horatio Rodriguez, Tom Brady, the GOAT Cena, not the soon-to-be GOAT, our tribal chief, Roman Reigns, not the most electrifying man as sports entertainment, Dwayne, but right now, who is the best wrestler in the world today? I want to talk about that today, Vaughn, on this program. That's what I want to talk about. And also, did you see the announcement for Crown Jewel in Perth at 8 a.m. where fans requested? I didn't know that this happened. An overwhelming response of wanting to see John Cena versus AJ Styles. I just want to know what fans called for this match. Do you guys know? Were you some of those fans that said, I want to see AJ versus John Cena one more time? I want to see Cena versus Edge. I'm not mad at this match, but what is this match for? Just to say goodbye? Okay, I get it. It's a farewell, go world too. I get it. Right now, I got to say this much to the AEW fans out there as I've turned to see my allegiance. I'm still a WWE coffee pourer, but AEW, I got my foot in the door, and I'm definitely looking at your internet right now. And Sting's farewell tour was better than this right now, than what they're doing for Jonathan and Rachel Rodriguez time to go to Cena. He was. He did. He did it way better. And it's the truth. It's the truth. Sadly, it's the truth. Because the way they're booking Cena right now is just a house show. They're booking him like it's a house show to end his career. He deserves better than this. And I want to talk about that too. But let's go ahead. Let's dive into the blood and guts of today's show, if you can, if we will, so to speak. Let's get into the blood and guts of today's show, Vaughn. And that is, for me, the fantasy warfare. Because speculation, right? When you look at this, right, and like I said, I've spoken to people I've talked to people all day, right? And seeing comments, and it seemed to be overwhelmingly, without, I would say 90%, say the Brothers of Destruction. I asked them why, right? When it's wrestling, you know me. Tell me why you think that would happen. And a lot of them said, so I'm going to use that as the narrative that I'm going to choose to go with today, right? If Donald Trump can pick a narrative and steer in that, well, okay, no. Because both of them in their prime would beat the outside. And I'm going to beg to differ there. Now, I get it. I grant it. I've been on record saying I'm not the biggest Blue Lives Matter fan, meaning Undertaker. But American Badass, I don't think that was Prime Taker. Maybe I'm mistaken. This damn sure wasn't Prime Kane. But I would say the Outsiders, that was Prime Hall and Nash. That was Prime Hall and Nash. Now, in my fantasy that I'm booking for this warfare, I would easily say, because how it would get booked, the Outsiders wins this match. They would book it that way. Undertaker would do the job because he's the Undertaker. And, well, it's just Kane, right? No matter how badass Kane was, he's going to be all-time history, one of the greatest big man and characters of all time, but all off the backs of one Undertaker is Kane's whole career. It's like Jay Cargill being Grogu to the Mandalorian, which is Bianca Belair. She carried her. She can't carry her no more. And now look at her face. What are you going to do? What are you gonna, whoop-de-doo. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? I don't get the overwhelming response of Kane and Taker wins the Brothers of Destruction like they were the Legion of Doom. And Kane, in the words of Vaughn backstage, takes the pen. Taker probably wouldn't go out like that. This is beyond all measure, to me, one of the easiest ones of fantasy warfare. And I will say also, as I picked this match, right, I didn't know who would win this in the beginning as I picked this. No bullshit, right? When I picked this, I said, this is a good one, right? People talk about it a little bit. It's a lot of matches we can come up with, right? AJ versus Shawn Michaels, you know what I mean? DDP versus Rock. Kurt Angle versus Bret Hart, tag team big men in the Attitude NWO era or Ruthless Aggression era, really, where you got, Brothers of Destruction. That wasn't Ruthless Aggression. That was Ruthless Aggression, not Attitude era, when you got these two together. I'm sorry, American Badass, unless this is at a WrestleMania, he's taking the loss. Kane's definitely taking the pin because, hi, my name is Kane. I mean, he didn't get a personality, in my opinion, until Daniel Bryan came around. All this love for Kane and Undertaker, I mean, damn, over Hall and Nash? Individually, Hall and Nash's careers are more decorated than the Undertaker's and Kane's. Together as a tag team, they're more decorated than the Brothers of Destruction. As a unit, they're a better tag team than the Brothers of Destruction. I love you, Kevin Nash. Please don't tweet back and cuss me out. But because I do. I just think y'all dominate this match. I do. Taker, don't get mad at me. They win. I think they do. I mean, I'm not going to say it's easy. I mean, you're 4 Hall of Famers. You're 4 legends that can do shit I could never do. Friend of program, Scott Hall and all. Kevin Nash spray paint my belt and all. the originator, the OG, the aristocrat. Damn, y'all. And I mean, everybody Vaughn was Taker, brother of destruction, brother of destruction, brother of destruction, brother of destruction. I'm like, what? Really? What's going on, y'all, in the chat? What's going on, Jeffrey? Undertaker and Kane wins, but if they lost, it's because Hall and Nash would have sent for the Paul White or someone in WWE to interfere. Listen. Yes! It's Hall and Nash versus Taker and Kane. You best believe there's a cattle pry involved here. Okay? A nightstick? A stun gun? I just think it's if someone says to me, Eagles versus the Bears, I'm going Philadelphia Eagles. You know where it gets tough? After that. Because they say Cubs or Phillies, I love the Phillies, but what hat do I have on? Notre Dame, Florida State, going with Notre Dame. I mean, they both suck, but hey, I'm going with Notre Dame. Hall and Nash, listen, you got to call a spade a spade. LeBron James is not better than Michael Jordan. And I'm not saying they're Michael Jordan, but together, they are better than the Brothers of Destruction. Let's see what else we got here. We had a little personality with X-Pac for real. Let's say individually, Taker and Kane would have the edge as a team. The Outsiders are a great all-time tag team. If this is 98 Taker and Kane, then they win. Listen, even with it being 98 Taker and Kane, first of all, we can't even say that because it's the Brothers of Destruction, right? And here's the caveat. Here's the Easter egg. What's the picture show you? It don't show you Undertaker with the Ministry of Darkness stringing up Stephanie McMahon and Undertaker and Stone Cold and all that shit. This ain't this guy. This ain't the demon. This ain't Graveyard Matches Taker. This is American Badass coming into freaking Kid Rock. Or was that Limp Bizkit? Forget. I think it's Kid Rock. Hall and Nash in their prime. I'm not saying the NWO when they came back to WWE. You know what I mean? And they turned on Hogan. No. I'm talking about straight out Hall and Nash as they were constructed, the Outsiders. Look at those pictures. That is prime WCW. It's not even close, wrestling fans. A lot of people went with Brothers of Destruction, and I just waited and waited. Executive consultant, Brother of Destruction. Coach Phil, Brother of Destruction. Shit, you backstage, Brother of Destruction. You, the audience, Brother of Destruction. Because I don't see the graphic. It's two things and can't. Yeah, the Brothers of Destruction. I'll put it up for you guys again, so you can see it in all its living glory. Hall and Nash. Look at that. Two dudes, too cool. Look at that. Look at them shades. Look at the mullets. Kane can get outrun by Kevin Nash. I said it. Holla at me, bro. This is before click, boom, his knees. Nah, son. Nah, this is in his prime. Now, this is where I would give you the if there's a thin line between love and hate. There's a thin line between prime and not prime, right? Because it's 98 Jordan's prime. It's not. 93, 92, 90, even though he was retired, was his prime. 98 was GOAT Jordan at that point, right? So I'm looking at Hall of Fame legend, never before beaten again character in American Badass. But the Big Red Devil was defeated by Jonathan Horatio Rodriguez, Tom Brady, Cena as the Big Red Devil. I believe he also lost to Eddie Guerrero, right? We're talking about Kane, who constantly lost. He is a glorified, I'll be careful, top guy, but always a mid-carder. Always. He's a top-level mid-carder, but never the guy. We're talking about Hall and Nash, who were respectively Diesel and Razor Ramon, top guys. No, Razor never won title, but Scott Hall and Kevin Nash, I said their names backwards. Scott Hall did. I just think the outsiders end this and ended very, very quickly. I give the edge to Hall and Nash on this one. All right, see, I love to change the perspective of the mind thoughts that be in your mind thoughts that think that your mind know what's going on. I want to talk about that because I do. I it's not that I don't like, who doesn't like the Brothers of Destruction? Just thoughts like, you just think of their names, nobody's beating them. I think Coach Phil texted me back and was like, I think it said Batista and Brock would even have a hard time. And I'm like, damn, Batista and Brock Lesnar might be the greatest tag team of all time. Like, seriously, who could stop them separately? Really? Together? The only thing that could beat Brock and Batista would be Brock and Batista. Brock and Cena wouldn't be better than Brock and Batista to me. Right? Now, would never happen would give me Brock and Black Brock, a.k.a. the Black Krillin. You know what I'm saying? AKA Bobby Lashley. I don't even think that beats Batista and Brock Lesnar, yo. So I think they would definitely beat the Brothers of Destruction in that one. For sure. The outsiders are usually ranked higher than the Brothers of Destruction. In most cases, they are. Kane was the mid card. He even won the hardcore title. I think he won, yeah. You know what I mean? Like, he was just a mid-carder. It's just that's he was heavily involved in his storylines. When his storylines are going, he's the top guy. But if they're not with Taker, he's mid-card. Every single time. Every single time. So that's my fantasy warfare for right now. We haven't had one in a while. I thought I'd bring it back because I just think right now wrestling in a place of me just watching it and cruising through the universal of just being what we do. You know what I mean? Go see a good movie this weekend. I did One Battle After the Next and Strangers 2. Go watch those films. Okay. But I do want to take a break, and then I want to come back and talk about this, y'all. Who is the best wrestler right now? WCW ain't no here no more, but you got TNA. Is it somebody from TNA? Is it somebody from NXT? Is it a female? Is it a male? They call them actors in Hollywood. Julia Roberts calls herself, and her peers call her an actor, not an actress, to separate the two, right? So I'm not going to say who's the best man and who's the best woman. Who is the best wrestler right now today? Let's take a break, y'all. We'll be right back. The Mike Knoxxx Show. Movie night coming up this week, y'all. Coming up soon. All right, be right back.
Don't you see, we just uncovered a $2 million error. We're gonna be heroes. We're going up the corporate ladder. It appears as if somebody's trying to defraud the company.
Somebody tried to smoke it past the wrong guy.
Very, very good work. How would you two like to come to my house at the beach?
Love to!
For Larry and Richard.
How are you?
This is a place to die for. Lomax will be checking out.
Oh my God!
What kind of a host invites you to his house for the weekend and dies on you?
I don't know.
Lomax told whoever he's talking to not to kill us if he's around, right?
Yeah, but Lomax is dead. He's not around anybody anymore.
I know that. You know that. Nobody else knows. Huh?
Really?
Hi, Bernie! Hey, Bernie, just like last week, huh?
Oh, Bernie, you animal, you insatiable.
Doesn't anyone realize he's dead?
Bye-bye, ladies. We'll see you later. God, is this great or what?
Yo, it's crime time. EST. Soul Man, Rocky Johnson. It's the Honky Tonk Man, NWO. Can you smell what The Rock is cooking? UPR and Around the Blocks give to you This Week in Wrestling History with King Von.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is King Von Jr., the Victorious Ones podcast and Perfect Plex Talk Radio, here to give you the week in wrestling history. On September 28th, 1998, of course, following from the finish of the previous night's main event, where both Undertaker and Kane pinned WWF champion Stone Cold Steve Austin, Vince McMahon came to Monday Night Raw and announced that neither Taker nor Kane were the champion. And so of course, with the ring full of security, Vince was about to make his announcement when the cameras cut to Stone Cold driving a Zamboni through the backstage area and then to the ring. And of course, Austin launched himself from the top of the Zamboni and of course attacked Vince. Gave him a beatdown as one of WWE's most watched segments in history, even to this very day. On September 29th, 1998, episode of Monday Night Raw, D'Lo Brown defeated X-Pac to win the WWF European Championship. At the same taping of one of the most famous skits in Raw history, when Vince was in the hospital, he was visited by Mankind in a comedy segment that featured the debut of Mr. Sacco. And later on, of course, Vince was attacked by Stone Cold. And of course that was one of the highest rated episodes, in Monday Night Raw WWE history. On this same day in 2003, of course, Monday Night Raw took place in Chicago, Illinois. The main event saw Rob Van Dam defeat, of course, win his fourth Intercontinental Championship as he defeated Christian in a ladder match. On the same show, Coach versus JR in a country whipping match took place. Of course, JR win the match by pinfall after a stunner on Coach, and the victory meant that he and Jerry Lawler won the night to resume the commentary duties on Raw. On September 30th, 1972, WWF presented Showdown at Shea from Shea Stadium in Flushing, New York, Queens. The main event saw a lengthy match between Pedro Morales and Bruno Sammartino, which ended in a draw after 65 minutes due to curfew regulations. As far as birthdays, September 28th, Jason Jordan turns 37. On the same day, Steve Blackman turns 62. September 29th, Tajiri turns 55. On the same day, Candice LeRae turns 40. And on September 30th, Candice Michelle turns 47. And that's a week in wrestling history. Mike Knoxxx, back to you.
Yo, it's crime time. EST. Soul Man, Rocky Johnson. It's the Honky Tonk Man, NWO. Can you smell what The Rock is cooking? UPR and Around the Blocks give to you This Week in Wrestling History with King Von.
The movie started! The movie's starting! Not really, I just want them to come running in from the lobby thinking they missed something. Hi, I'm Ed Stewart, movie star, also known as Bobcat Goldthwait, and me and my friends John Cusack and Demi Moore.
I hate boats. I'm not getting on any boat. I beg to differ.
Just had one crazy summer.
Your dad said you were collecting shells. Shells? 57 millimeter.
We did all the normal things people do.
Hey, little boy, will you hold on to this for me?
Made friends. Sorry.
Oh, no.
Saw the sights.
Please, your enormous is anything but chili.
Killed our own food. Dazzled women.
Are you ready for me, Hoops?
And we loved every minute. God! By the end of the summer, it really was one crazy summer.
Look for that coming up this week here on the Mike Knoxxx channel, on the Mike Knoxxx Show, movie night with Mike and Vic. But hey, guys, I am back. And I want to talk about this. We constantly talk about who's the best in the world because of CM Punk and things of that nature. We know who's our favorite wrestler. We know things of that nature. But who actually at this moment is holding down the crown for best wrestler today? I think it's a little open for discussion. I think it's something that should be open for discussion. I think a lot of people are missing who actually is the best right now in the world today. Now, I'm going to do what they call a process of elimination. Okay. And I'm going to throw out a name and I'm going to eliminate them. And if there's a name I'm missing, please comment below. Let me know. Okay. Is it Oba Femi from NXT? He has been dominant from North American champion to NXT champion, winning it back. Oba Femi, not even close. You lost to Ricky Saints. You're out of here, buddy. you're in NXT. No offense. If you're in NXT, you cannot be the best wrestler in the world, even though they had the best wrestling show in the world. Make that make sense? I don't know. I'm a walking contradiction. So are you. Look in the mirror. Okay. But it is the best wrestling show. This past week's No Mercy was amazing. The fact they announced Invasion, which everybody knows how I feel about Invasion, the original pay-per-view. I love it. Jeff Hardy's only great match ever had in his entire life, not with The Undertaker, him versus RVD. I'm going to buy that. To my solo-wise, okay? So, no, there's nobody in NXT. Now, someone say, well, it can't be nobody in AEW. Bullshit, I beg to differ. But who is not in AEW is the current GOAT in rating, and that is Mercedes Moné. She's not the best in the world right now because I think a lot of factors go with being the best in the world, right? At some point, CM Punk, it's like when Muhammad Ali said he was the GOAT. It's like when LL Cool J reimagined that term and called himself the GOAT. Both, respectively, in my opinion, are the GOATs in their own perfectively worlds, right? I've never seen anything like Muhammad Ali. We've never seen anything like Muhammad Ali again. A lot of people arguably say, the majority, so I'm going with he's the GOAT. LL Cool J, to me, has all the pedigree of being the rap GOAT, whether you like his songs or not. But I learned something a long time ago is that if a woman likes you, the thugs will like you. And LL Cool J had the thugs and the ladies. And he can rap. Why he's considered, to me, the GOAT of rap. But she is the GOAT in training behind Charlotte Flair. Okay? Who I believe, and everybody knows how I feel about one, Charlotte Flair.
Charlotte Flair is the greatest women's wrestler of all time.
Tell me when I'm telling lies.
When she's no longer the GOAT, that will change. But it's not Mercedes Moné, no matter how great I think she is currently right now. Okay? Did I see that right there? Oh, BGM. Oh, that's CEO. My bad. I got confused. Confucius say, my bad. Oh, and that bedpan scene, Jeffrey, was a great one. That is an all-time classic episode that what finally put him over. Okay. Is it Hangman Page? He's been on a tear for the last year in AEW, right? He's beaten everybody AEW has put in front of him. But what makes him not the best in the world? The character hasn't evolved. It's the same cowboy shit. And I don't even think the fans in his own federation love him like that to put him as the best in the world. Is it Becky? I mean, Sports Illustrated says that Becky Lynch, and Bleacher Report says that Becky Lynch and somebody's aunt who doesn't give a fuck, that has a pimple on her ass, doesn't give a fuck, but Becky Lynch is the greatest of all time, said no one but Becky Lynch. I think that Becky Lynch is the greatest mouthpiece any female wrestler has ever said. I'm going to say it every single week because I think she's that damn good on the microphone.
She's garbage. I took out the garbage. Everybody's like, oh, great. The garbage has been taken out. I say, hey, I took out the garbage. Everybody's like, I can't believe you took out the garbage. That's not what you say. When somebody takes out the garbage, you say, thank you for taking out the garbage.
I mean, it's what you're supposed to say. I tell my kids, thank you, when they take out the garbage. And now look at Bayley. She's back with split personalities. Who fucking knew? Right? Becky Lynch is doing stuff with her husband. They're tearing down WrestlePalooza. She's the man, Becky Lynch, Intercontinental Champion. Why can't she be the best in the world? As I was getting to with some of the other people, the fans really don't fuck with Becky. It's weird. It's like Roman, who's also not the greatest in the world right now. Let me just make sure I say that, so I'm going to bring him up next. Roman, at some point, he became the best in the world, not today, but at some point, because even as a heel, he was loved. Ric Flair was loved as a heel. The NWO were loved as heels. No one's loving Becky. We respect you, Becky, but in-ring ability, things of that nature, you're just not there yet. Or my opinion will ever be. But I love you. My tribal chief. You're not around to be the GOAT, to be the best in the world right now at what you do, because you're not there. So it's not Roman. Oh, shit, I'm playing Process of Elimination. Have you not seen this? Seth freaking Rollins. No, people find you born as a wet nap. I disagree with that, but they do. They do. You're an architect. You're great. You said a couple weeks ago you'll be on the Mount Rushmore professional wrestling. I put that out there. People actually said, hey, time will tell. Ain't enough time that I have left on this earth that I think you would ever be considered the one of the best for ever in this business. And I don't have nothing against you, but you will never be in that top 4 plateau because you have not done enough for the company. You are more or less, for what it's worth, he's this era's Randy Orton. He's the guy you can count on to put him on TV, to go out there and put on great wrestling matches, tell great promos, get a crowd agitated, and be a sneaky, dirty, low-down, scheming, not chicken shit, but badass heel. He's not a chicken shit heel. He's a badass heel. But he's today's Randy Orton, but he is not the best in the world today. Now, if y'all haven't seen the pictures, I have played Process by Elimination. Okay. Who do we have left here? I think it's pretty simple who would be in this top 3 right now. Stephanie Vaquer, Cody Rhodes, and timeless Toni Storm. Who's number 1? I think as much as you guys wanted to be Stephanie, she's probably the best in-ring performer right now. But I'm going to say this, and it's going to really piss off some people. I am no longer a part of Unpopular Review, although you can catch me on their show this past Friday, helping out my man, Dice Man. We have no quarrels, as I said before. As, you know, as Nick Fury said, you know, curl an ant with a boot. Okay, so it's no anger here. Okay, but this is unpopular. I'm going to say she does not speak English, people. Why don't you guys get that? To be the best in the world, we have to connect with you. Not just your ass that bounces, not just how great you do flips off the ropes and wrestle. I said wrestle. Not just like you come out looking like Maleficent. No. Stephanie Vaquer, you are the same problem we're going to have come Super Bowl. I'm sorry. I am not Puerto Rican. I'm not hating on Puerto Rico. I love Puerto Rico. I was told if I ever go to Puerto Rico, don't ever come home because she knows what's going to happen in Puerto Rico. Okay? I love it. But only 14% of Americans speak Puerto Rican. Spanish, that is. Who the hell wants to... You put Bad Bunny in the Super Bowl halftime show in Santa Clara? I got J-Lo. I understood Shakira. It was Miami. It's where you put Pitbull. It's where you put Flo Rida. You know what I'm saying? It's where you put Gloria Estefan. You don't put Bad Bunny in Santa Clara. And I love it. I'm not gonna lie. It's not for me. And I'm not one of the people who gets upset about dumb shit like this. Right? People say, why is Kendrick performing? It should be Lil Wayne. Who cares? They're both great. Let them rock out. He's going to rock out. Hopefully he don't pull his cock out. But hey, do your thing, Bad Buddy. I just will have my... See, we need a reverse SAP button. I've been asking for this shit for years. Okay? If I can push the button, if they can push the button to take my English to Spanish, I was ready to push the button and turn their Spanish into English. So perfect that shit. Hey, Meta. Fix it. All right. There it is. But no, it's not Stephanie Vaquer. She cannot possibly be the best in the world. What's going on, Mad Dog? Hold on. Becky might be the GOAT, and I like Mercedes Moné. Becky might be the GOAT? Almost fell out my chair, Wally. I almost fell out my span. That man, Ospreay, might be him. Ospreay is him, but he's not the best in the world right now at what he does. You know why? Because he talks like bruv. Okay? And how many great matches he puts on. His storytelling outside of the wrestling ring is beyond not there. But I like him. He was an honorable mention in this list, by the way. Was him. I would say Bianca Belair as the future GOAT in waiting. Absolutely. At some point, maybe if TKO, because I'm not going to blame Trips like everybody else want to blame Trips, if TKO doesn't ruin her. Because right now, Bianca had a star that was so bright, I gave her a nickname and I had to expand on it. So I'm not even supposed to call her Bianca Belair. Her name is Bianca, oh my God, Montez wife, Belair. Bianca, oh my God, Montez's wife, Belair, will be the GOAT one day if they don't fuck it up. You know how much I love Bianca Belair. The tribal chief is still the GOAT. See, y'all misunderstanding the personality of what I'm saying right now. I'm not asking who's the GOAT. I know who's the GOAT. I know that's going to be Roman one day, but right now it ain't Roman either. It's Jonathan Rachel Rodriguez, Tom Brady, the never seen 17, John Cena. It is. He's WWE's GOAT. Let me put that out there. At least. Roman? I don't want to hear numbers when it comes to idiots that tell me Beyonce. And listen, I'm not part of the Beehive, but as a heterosexual male, I think I love Beyonce's music too fucking much. Okay? That's how much I love Beyonce. She ain't Michael Jackson. No one will ever be Michael Jackson until you stand there and don't move for 7.5 minutes and have people fainting and crying and falling out. You can't be the GOAT. And I'm even an idiot that y'all would call that thinks in my mind that I would take 24 karat over Thriller, because to me, over time, there's songs in Thriller that just saying, I don't want to hear Beat It no more. I don't ever have to hear Billie Jean anymore. You only play Thriller on Halloween. Like you only play the Mariah joint only at Christmas. Some of you, I know some of y'all who play it year round. Okay? But no, it's not Stephanie. It's not Stephanie. What about Rhea Fickley? What about her? We have said, when I was a part of Unpopular Review, y'all can find out and watch the Raw review show tonight at 7 p.m. or after Raw, I believe, goes off. How was her title reign? Was it memorable? Was it great? Did she carry it? Did Bianca help her through that? Did Naomi help her through that? Did she beat them? Liv Morgan? I think Liv Morgan had a better last 2 years than Rhea Ripley. So no, it ain't Rhea Ripley. Cody Rhodes. I said I wasn't going to call best male, best female, just best wrestler. If I could say best wrestler male, I would say Cody Rhodes. But the number one wrestler right now in the world is timeless Toni Storm of All Elite Wrestling. She is the epitome of what professional wrestling is. It's having microphone skills. It's being able to tell a fucking story, people, because I've been trying to teach you for 17 years. Hashtag, say it with me, wrestling is storyline. She tells a story in the ring, out the ring. She still carries herself like The Undertaker carried himself for years. The worst thing the Riot Six could have ever done to ruin their characters were the day they debuted on I-95, take pictures with fans without their makeup on together. It diminishes the image of who they are. And that's when you have to draw that line. There's a thin line between the intelligent wrestling fan and the ones that just want to be a fan. Hear what I said right there. I just want to like it just because. I'm an Android user. Fuck Apple. You ever use an iPhone? Never in my life. Well, how the fuck you know it sucks? I hate DC. Why? Why you hate DC? Because I hated Man of Steel. You hate a whole comic book company that's been around for 100 years because you didn't like one movie? Make it make sense, people. This girl tells a story in and out of the ring. Her matches are legendary at this point. Not somewhat good matches. When I think of AEW, you can think of Bruv, World Offspring all you want to. You can think of Kenny, I'm not Omegan anything all you want to. You can think about my boy Hangman Page. You can even think about 2 years ago. Has that been that long? I feel it's been that long. Swerve Strickland, where the hell has he been? What is going on? Timeless Toni Storm has been the one constant thing that in professional wrestling, next to Roman Reigns, has not anticipated. And then would be Cody. But Roman's gone off to Hollywood. Don't know when he's going to be back. But he stayed consistent with his story. Can't say Jey Uso, y'all. Can't say he was an honorable mention. But he's not the best wrestler in the world because he just doesn't wrestle that damn good. Okay? There's nothing Timeless Toni Storm does not do great in that squared circle, on that microphone, telling a story, having merchandise be sold. She's a top go-getter in professional wrestling. And then right now, at this moment, because I know this tweet is going out, the best wrestler in the world today. Followed by, if I can give it to anybody else, it would be Cody. And y'all say, oh my God, fucking Cody. Why would it be fucking Cody? You just said that Rhea Ripley's story wasn't that great. Her title run. Cody has been through them all. Through them all. Roman, Seth, Punk, McIntyre, Brock, Kevin Owens. I mean, you name the creme de la creme, Cody Rhodes have defeated them and come out on top every time. If he hasn't, that suit and them pearly whites still got, them kids are dying for that man in the ring. Listen, he is the poster boy for Mega. Let's Make America Great. He is. He is. Cody ain't making me feel like I love wrestling anymore because it feels political. Y'all say being stuffed down our throats. I always told y'all there's never been a single champion in the history of professional wrestling, with one exception I give to Mick Foley. The only exception I give to Mick Foley. And I'm talking major promotions, people here. I'm not talking about someone who got the belt for a day type bullshit. Talking about the company trusted to put in their hands have always been shoved down our throats. Every last Stone Cold shoved down our throats. The Rock shoved down our throats. Ric Flair shoved down our throats. Dusty Rhodes, who got me into wrestling, shoved down our throats. Hogan, Cena, Batista, Brock Lesnar, you name them, shoved down our throats. So when a wrestler comes on stage and drops a pipe bomb and says, hey, I'm not getting opportunities, brother, that's your opportunity. And everybody knows how I love CM Punk. I'm just saying it what it is. I loved it. I'm not making fun of it, but come on, y'all. Everybody gets showcased when they want you to be champion. Toni Storm, without the spotlight, funny, if you understand the character, she's shining right now. See what some of these comments have to say. Swerve is injured, small injury. Whatever, still ain't there. Kenny Mid Omega is not him. Wait a minute. Don't nobody say anything about the Man of Steel. Superman was a good, but what self? Watch yourself. Listen, I love Man of Steel. Okay. Man of Steel to me is an all-time top comic book movie of all time, top 25 in my opinion. However, I enjoyed Superman better than I did Man of Steel. I enjoyed it better. I didn't say it was better. I enjoyed it better. I had more laughs. To me, that was a Superman. Man of Steel gave me Superman that I've been waiting for. Unstoppable. Can't nobody fuck with this man. Superman, the movie that just came out this year, gave me what I see when I'm watching Justice League. This guy, this super Boy Scout that wants to save the world. And can only beat you when he finally gets the nerve to say, oh, fuck it, I'm tired of trying. Let me win. That's Superman. Okay. Wrestling is storyline. Time is Toni Storm, Jeffrey says. Okay. Nah, Ospreay gets folks hyped. I didn't say he doesn't get folks hyped. I agree with you on that one. If he was in the Fed, folks would be differently. They used to like, no, I haven't. Listen, if he was in the Fed, he would be in NXT, first of all. So this is where I would see him at. Okay. If he did get called up to the main roster, what happens then? Because this ain't AEW. This is not TNA. This is not, you have to talk in the main roster of the WWE. If you don't do that well, then they don't showcase you well in the WWE. That's my opinion. Booker T needs to stand there, Super Bowl with Bad Bunny with his performance. I'm sorry. I think Timeless Toni Storm is the best wrestler in the world today. I think that's where I am with it. I think she has proven it. And I think if you're watching both federations and both companies, the people I put before you, you would see why they're the best right now in the world. Guys, I know that we do have Raw tonight. All right. We have Monday Night Raw coming up today, Vaughn. And do you like the 7 p.m. time slot? I mean, we get a rematch of WrestlePalooza. Ooh, look at that. The Usos take on Braun in a tornado tag match. Ooh, then we get Big Mommy Cool taking on Bailey. I think Bailey loses. AJ Styles and Dragon Lee clash with Los Americanos. Dominic Mysterio versus Rusev. And so far for Crown Jewel, we have announced we have Tiffany Stratton versus Stephanie Vaquer, and Cody versus Seth. Jonathan Horatio Rodriguez, Tom Brady, the GOAT, never seen 17, Cena, and versus AJ Styles. But that's tonight's Raw. Nothing for me to get excited about. Ricky Saints, the show's over Finney for the NXT title. But what are you looking for tonight on Raw tonight, guys? Listen, we're going to go ahead and get up out of here because out of here is where I want to go, and going is where I need to be. All right. So as always, do me a favor. Love me is to know me, and to know me is to know.
Who are you rooting for tonight?
I'm rooting for everybody black. I am.
But I love all people, so stop all the bullshit and just
bring it, bitch.
Please also understand one thing. There's always something important that I gotta tell you.
Message.
You should really understand what I'm saying here, because it's not a no, but it's a. And sometimes you think you're better than me, but damn.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. There's no wonder you get D's and everything.
I've been doing this thing for 17 years. I'm like Jonathan Horatio Rodriguez, Tom Brady, has never seen 17 before. But y'all never seen me, but you hear me. So go ahead and check me out, because if y'all haven't been listening to me by now,
stop it.
That's crazy. Get some help.
Stop it. Get some help.
I need you to understand that it's more than just a kick in the head. So listen, I'm going to get up out of here. Do me a favor. Do not wake up tomorrow morning and say to yourself, I love me some me, and don't love God. That's crazy. And always pay respect to ours. Fingers.
Bite my tongue for no one. I put you on blast. So all the news channels, y'all can kiss my ass. YouTube or Google me. Turn it up and play it. Cause many people think it. I just had the balls to say. Bite my tongue for no one. I put you on